I don't know what I did. God, I apologize. I don't know what happened. I apologize for this. I'm not really the best when it comes to tech. I think I touched something and something got disconnected. So my apologies. I'm like 10 minutes late. So my bad, my bad, my bad. I think my cord has a I think my cord has a short. Okay. Let me wait for a few more minutes until everybody start coming in. I don't know what happened there. How y'all doing? My bad, my bad. My apologies. Hey Wynette. Hey Rena, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Greetings. I am doing amazing. Listen, my sometimes my stuff breaks. Okay, so my apologies. This thing, I'm not really technical when it comes to these things at all. Hey T, hey Afreen, how you doing? Hey Steph Bell, hey Capri Candy, how you doing? Candice, what's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all, thank you for coming by. Thank you for coming back again after my stuff is flying out on me. What's up, Julie? What's going on, Julie? How you doing? How you doing? Sunny Pooh. Hey Miranda, how you doing? Hey Shine. So listen, I've been told I've been told to bring my wife back on here. So I figured let me bring her back on here. Let me bring her back on here. Let me bring her back. Let me ask her a couple questions. Now, let me tell you how something, right? She's not really into the computer. I mean, she's not into the social media stuff. She's not into the camera. She's not a camera person. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Monique. Greetings. So I figured let me bring her on here and speak to her for a few minutes. Um, Thank you, Ali. I'm glad that my content has helped you. Um, um, Thank you guys for coming back, and thank you guys for being here. So I wanted to bring her back in here just so that she can talk and you can hear her talk and you can see that I actually have somebody for real. I'm not crazy. All right. Hello, hello, hello. So I don't know if you are ready for this. I'm gonna ask some questions. I'm gonna ask some questions. Just some the same questions that I asked. That the stuff that I speak of. Now, me and my wife don't speak on these things a lot, but for some reason, um, the connection that we have most of the days, I understand her and she understands me, right? So I know a lot of people bring their spouses or their girlfriends and their partners on their platforms, and it looks like is fake, and it looks like is like scripted. This is not scripted. This is pretty much a conversation. Um, good. You're right. Hey Nicole. So I'm gonna bring my wife on here, and when she comes on here, understand she's a little shy, camera shy. She's not used to this. That's why you don't see her on here on my videos on my other platforms. So without further ado, let me bring my special wife on here. Why don't you come closer? Come closer. So again, she don't really talk much. She don't really talk much at all. She is a very I won't say she's shy. I would say she's not social media friendly. Okay, I know she look like a little 15-year-old girl, but she's in her 30s. She's not that young. She's grown. All right. So listen, this is see we even wear matching t-shirt. Look at us. See, matching t-shirt. So this is Jasmine. Jasmine, can you tell them a little bit about yourself? Oh, yeah, I can't see.
Um,
Come closer.
hi, I'm Jasmine. Me and Kirk, we've been married for about 8 years.
Can you hear her? Make sure that you can hear her. Can you hear her? because I know the mic is kind of far from her. So I make sure that you all can hear her. Go ahead. Okay, yes, they can hear you.
So we've been married for about 8 years. I've been in the army for 14 years, and I have two children. And I'm just a regular person, really.
Regular person. She's a regular person. She's a quiet little person, and she's very simple, and that's why I like her, right? So I wanted to ask. Somebody said I light up when you were around. How? Somebody said, "How did you guys meet?" Is he how they start? How did you guys meet? How did we meet? Actually, we met in the military about 10 years ago. And if I tell you this story, you probably won't believe me. But she don't like the story because the story is true. We met because my when I met her, she was very creepy, right? Very creepy person. So I saw this little chick staring at me, just staring, just like, what is she looking at? And for 2 weeks, every single day, she stared and she stared and she stared. And I honestly would look at her and break contact because I never understood why. What is she looking at me? Or is she looking at somebody behind me? Because when I look at her, she just kept staring. I'm like, what the hell is this? And one day I asked her if she okay, and she said, yeah. Why? I said, because she's staring at me. It's creepy. That's how we met, right? People think I be talking crap, but I be talking seriously. But it's just ridiculous. That right? Is that how you remember it?
I guess.
You guess. Somebody said it's not. Somebody said you're not shy. You're just private. So I wanted to ask Jasmine a few more. She like you so cute. Somebody should tell us. I wanted to ask her a few questions in front for you guys because I know I have a lot of people, especially women viewers and single women, and I know I come with a certain type of content on here. Um, thank you, Empress. Um, so I know I have a certain kind of content on here, so I wanted to just let me bring her idea to you guys. So sometimes it's not the same, right? Because it's just not the same, but sometimes it is. But even if it's not, that's her idea. So maybe she can have somebody have a different perspective or see things differently. Now we've been married for 8 years, I think 8 years, right? 8 years. 8 years last month or this month. This month.
No, technically this one.
This month. We married this month. Let me tell you all something, right? And I know that a lot of times when it comes to couples on social media, when it comes to people on social media, people play this role, right? Because they want to be seen a certain way. They want to act like you know marriage is all this stuff, right? Marriage is this, marriage is that. But let me tell you the truth. The truth about me marrying her, right? It was not really a marriage, right? It was not really a marriage. Um, is one day we was in Korea. We was in Korea, and she told me after a year in Korea because she followed me to Korea because she really liked me, so she followed me to Korea. I don't know why, but I liked her too. We hung out in Korea for a year, and before the year was up, when we were about to leave to go on different states, come back to the U.S. to go to different states, she looked at me and she said, "Listen, if you're not gonna marry me, let's split right now, because we're not gonna play this game." And I said, "Damn, that's kind of weird, something to weird to say." And she said, "Yeah, let's not play this game, man. We know. I mean, if we're not gonna be married and stuff, and if you're not gonna be serious, Hey, Morocco, Morocco, I texted you earlier. I mean, I called you earlier. She said, if we're not listen, she said, if we're not gonna get married, we shouldn't just play around because we're not gonna do this, right?" Um, Press. So we get married, but our marriage was not really a marriage either, right? We're not the traditional type husband and wife. I mean, we are, but we went down to the Korean, what's it called?
It was the courthouse.
The courthouse, the Korean courthouse in Korea. And it took us how long?
Like 10 minutes.
It took us 10 minutes. We looked just like this too. We wasn't dressed, we wasn't dressed. Yeah, we dressed just like this, and we signed some paper, and we spent how much?
Mm, well, 3,001.
So like $3. It cost us $3. Listen, if somebody really if somebody really want to marry you, right? For real, if somebody really want to marry you, it's not. I think we expect too much. I think we expect too damn much, man. I think we want the $10,000 wedding, or 20. I don't know, $40,000 wedding, and the clothes. And did you want that anyway?
I don't think I thought about it in that moment.
What did you think about in that moment?
Just either we're gonna be together or not.
That's all she wanted. That's all she cared about. Let's just get married and just call it so we can go together. And so we did. And then it's been 8 years ago, and so far so good. That's our story. It's pretty boring, actually. It's we have a very boring we have a very boring story. Very simple, very boring, freaking simple. The way how we dress, the way we are, the way how we live is very simple. She's a very simple person. She don't really do much. She's kind of boring. I'm kind of boring, so I think we good. The way usually is for everybody to party on your money, right? I know, right? Hey, Kathy, I know, right? So let me ask you a question, right? So Jasmine, now Jasmine been married before. This is our second marriage, both of our second marriage. Now let me ask you a question, right? After your marriage ended first time, I want to drink my beer, but I can't. Why did you want to get married again?
I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was like, oh, I just want to get married, and I wouldn't say that I didn't want to get married. It just
Excuse me.
whether the opportunity presents itself. I wasn't like opposed to it or against it. It just
How come you didn't give up on marriage or relationship? Because I know your last one wasn't that great. How come? Because a lot of people give up. I was I quit. I'm done. F it. How come you didn't quit?
mm, people are different. Everyone's the same.
So you just wanted to try it again.
Yeah.
So what if this one don't last? Then what?
Well, then I'm old and
You're old. You're He said she's old. And then what?
I'm old and I have kids and stuff, so I think it'll be okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think you want to try it again?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm opposed to it, but I wouldn't be like actively looking for it either.
What would you tell somebody who has given up? Like somebody who has tried a couple marriages and relationships, and it ended up bad, and they have given up. What would you say?
Um,
Can you hear her? Come closer,
yeah.
because you have the mic. I want them to hear you. So quiet. Oh,
I just feel like
okay, they can hear you.
things come to people with time. So if you just wait it out, I think if you just live life normally, if it's meant to come, it will come. And if it's not, it's not. So I think you should just live your life normally. I don't think you should like probably be actively out searching, but you should just live your life normally. And I think if you live it normally, what's meant to come will come.
When you say live normally, like what? Like as far as what? Like what's living normally?
Like just do your like really just do your normal everyday things. Like if you don't go to the club, well then don't start going. Like if you go to church every Sunday, keep going. If you go to the supermarket or you go to Walmart on Wednesdays, keep going on Wednesdays. Don't go like Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday just because you think you'll meet someone there. Just do the same things you always do.
Somebody asking where you from.
Oh, New York.
She's from New York. So somebody asked, how long after you met did you get married? How long was it?
I think it was like a year and a half.
something like that, right? Because we made in 14, I think.
Yeah.
So and then we got
So
married.
yeah, I think it was like a year and a half.
Yeah, so something like that. So maybe a year and a half. So I asked this. I asked a question on my other platform. My question was this. Now a lot of people hated this question because the question created a whole bunch of havoc. Okay. The question was, if you met a guy, right? Let's say you're single. If you met a guy and the guy told you, now this is what I asked my other platform. Okay. If the guy told you that if you and this is the guy that you wanted. If the guy told you, listen, you need to lose 15 pounds, I would like you to lose not in a negative harsh way, but I would like you to lose 15 pounds and then I'll marry you. Then I'll be with you. What would you say? Be honest. But what would you say? There's no wrong answer.
Um, I think it depends. Like, are we already dating or we haven't started yet?
Let's say we're dating and you wanted me. Let's say we dated and you wanted me.
And then, well, did he have any specific reasons, or was it just like aesthetics?
It's aesthetics. He wanted a smaller woman. So let's say you was 225 pounds,
Oh,
right?
that's pretty heavy.
What? So let's say you're 225 pounds, right? And don't look at your height now because your height with 220 just would be a little big for you. But let's say you was like 200, 225, and then hey, to lose about 15 pounds and then we'll date. What would you say?
Um,
Hey, listen.
well, I don't know. Honestly, I think like probably would just do it.
Would you do it? Because a lot of people won't do it.
No, I think I'd probably just do it.
Why is that? Why would you do it? Would it seem like you're desperate or something?
No, I just well, first of all, I, I don't think 15 pounds is really that much. So it's not really like life changing. And you probably if you weren't with him, you probably would lose the 15 pounds to be with somebody else anyway.
You
So
you see what Miranda said? Miranda said, chances are, if my man asked me to lose 15 pounds, I already felt I needed to lose. LaShawn said, I would lose 65. By the way, LaShawn, I want you up here maybe like next week, man, if you don't mind. Okay. Like next week or the week after. I would love to talk to you because I like your perspective. Hey, Candy, how you doing? So let me ask you a question right now. I know on social media we hear a lot of we hear a lot of conversation going on when it comes to all these young dudes talking about relationships and dating, and all these young girls and these young ladies talking about dating and relationships. Now, bottom line, right? Bottom line, we hear about the money, finances. A man gotta pay for everything. A man gotta do this. A man gotta be a provider. What do you think a man's role is in a relationship? Like, what do you think a man's role is? It different in dating and marriage? Like from different dating? Like, what do you expect in the dating phase, and what do you expect in the marriage phase?
in the dating phase, just when we were dating, I didn't really expect anything. We just hung out. Like, yeah, you would like take me out and stuff, but we we would just hang out. Like, you would buy things for me, I would buy things for you. Like, it was just like mutual. It was just nice. Like, it wasn't like, yes, sometimes I did make food for you and stuff, but like
You
just
cooked.
yeah. But it was like I didn't ask you to like pay for my things, no.
And how about when you're married? What should the role be?
Um, well, when we're married, everything is together, so
What do you mean?
all of our money is together. So it's not really that I'm paying or you're paying; it's we're paying. So,
So you don't think it's a man's role to pay for everything?
well, if he doesn't pay, who's gonna pay? Aren't you? Isn't the other person gonna have to pay?
But if you gotta pay, would you feel resentful towards the man? I'm saying.
I think it depends on the circumstances. Like, Is it just that he's just unwilling to find employment, or is he sick, or like, what's the deal? Like, did you guys make a plan that, okay, we have too many kids and someone has to stay at home, and well, you have the better job, so it would make sense for you to keep yours than for me to keep mine. Like, it just, I think it depends on circumstances, really. Like, you can't say one thing it's gonna go for all people. It depends what your life is like.
Do you believe in having a joint account or having a separate account?
Ooh, that's hard.
Well, which one would you think is better? To put all the money in, like you get, we have the same direct deposit, money is bam in one pot, or to keep it separate?
um, I can't really say which one is better because, like, honestly, we don't have a joint. Well, we have a joint one, but it's not like that's what we use for like all the money. But I don't know. We just designate one person that does all the transactions, and we just send all the money there. So I guess in a way, it's kind of a joint, but it's not.
I don't know what's in your account.
And I don't know what's in yours half the time either. I
How
just
much?
know we have enough.
So, but you don't think so? Would you be with a man that you make more than?
I have already done that.
You have.
Yeah, I already did that
How was
before.
that? Was that bad, or was it? Did you? But okay, yeah. So you did it before. When was it that you minded that you made more than him, or what was the issue with that? Oh, was there an issue with that?
No, I didn't mind. I just like I would just say like when the like in your relationship you just have to define what is not quote unquote to say, but what are your roles, and you guys have to agree, and then based on the agreement you just have to do what you say that you're going to do. So when you don't do what you agreed upon, then I think that's where the problem lies. But you have to agree on the roles in the first place.
You mean like when it comes to money and stuff?
When it comes to money, when it comes to house chores, when it comes to dealing with your kids, when it comes to everything, everything's an agreement. You have to talk about it and agree. And what you agree upon is what you, as the person, is supposed to do. It's not necessarily like gender based, or it's really like person to person based.
Hmm.
Because I may be better at something than you, or you may be better at something than me, but that doesn't mean that I should only do it because I'm a woman and you should only do it because you're a man. It's just I'm probably better at it than you, so maybe it would make sense for me to do it.
Hmm. Somebody asks, how do you deal with helping out family financially? When you say family, you mean like her family or my family or our family? Like you mean like how does she feel supporting the household financially? Like she gonna pay bills and stuff because she don't pay bills. She don't pay bills.
I do believe
No, you don't.
that.
She don't pay bills. What bills you pay?
It comes from my account.
It come from her account. It come from. She don't pay bills with her money. So let's say